So what's up, y'all? This is your girl DJ Dime with the Dime Show. I got a very special guest on the show today. Legendary R&B artist Alexander O'Neal in the house.
Thank you, Nikki.
I'm glad that you're here. So how have things been going?
Things have been going very well with me. I mean, I've just been, doing what I do. I spend most of my time in the UK and in Europe these days, anyway. Yeah. But working on several different projects, and I'm just trying to stay busy, trying to keep doing what I do.
Right, that's a blessing. I'm glad that I'm able to interview you because I meet you. Because I grew up listening to you. I love your music.
Thank you.
As we were discussing before, "Crying Over Time" is probably one of my favorite songs of yours.
Well, it's so amazing because, it's one of my favorite songs out of all the songs that I've ever recorded because, it has so much passion and it personifies Alexander O'Neal. So, crying over time. Yes.
Yes. So, I understand you're doing a new project. I actually heard some of the songs on the project.
Okay.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I'm in love with this project. So, do you have a ETA of when it's going to be released at all?
I'm hoping to get it out sometime in late October.
Okay.
If we can. If not, then I'll have to wait till after the Christmas rush in the first of the year because I don't want it to get caught up in all the Christmas traffic,
Right.
Even though I have great Christmas album myself.
Right. Sleigh ride. Yeah. That was the cut.
But we really enjoy doing a lot of stuff, and then everything that we're doing, we're still doing here at home in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Right.
Great group of guys that we're working with, a great team, and that's what we have here. It's a team effort. So hopefully, with the Minneapolis crew, that we can get another Paisley Park, another flight time. That's our goal. Is to get another. Yeah. Not necessarily looking for record deals for all of the independent artists, but we're looking for a major distribution deal for one label.
Exactly.
And so it's so far so good. I spoke with my good friend Terry Lewis, and
nice.
I said, Terry, when I get ready, can I come and holler at you? He said, Alex, my door is always open.
Shout out to Terry Lewis and Flight Time, y'all. What's up, Jimmy? So what's your favorite song so far off of the project that you're working on?
Probably Is This Seat Taken.
Okay.
It's a ballad, and it's it's really good. I think it's competitive to with any of the music that's out there today that this generation, this genre of music brings to the music industry. I think that it's competitive with all of that, and so probably say my favorite song would be Is This Seat Taken.
Yes, yeah. I would agree. I heard that one too, and that one and the duet that you had with your son, is really hot. So I want to know, how did you find out about your son? How did you know he could sing?
Well, that's a good one. Years ago when we moved from Minneapolis for a while, and we lived in Vegas, and I had I tried to take him in the studio as a little boy and do some things, and it came out, and that's when I found out that he could hold a tone. He could hold a note.
Right.
Not necessarily sing, but hold a note.
Right.
And later on, after we've been apart for some time, and a lot of people make me more aware of him, of his gift and talent than I even was aware of, because I really didn't. I knew, but I wasn't going to give him no love. I wouldn't give him no credit until he came and knocked me off my feet.
Right.
Well, these days he's knocking me off my feet.
Yeah.
Okay, he's doing the damn thing.
Yeah, I would agree.
He's doing the damn thing. So with those things in mind, so I'm very intense with that project, with getting him out here. The music industry, Nikki, owes me nothing. But if they owe me one thing, and that is they owe me the right to pass the torch.
Right.
And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to pass the torch to my son. And he's been through his things. And I think that he's finally growing up and finally getting it. Because I never really wanted to shower him with all types of rewards before he had earned them. I don't want to give him rewards. You haven't earned it.
Right.
And you haven't showed me that you wanted it.
Right.
He had to show me that he wanted it more than I wanted it for him.
Right.
And that's the only way I believe, because I, as a parent, my goal is to make sure that he knows how to take care of himself in everyday life on life situation.
Right.
How to keep a roof over your head, how to keep food in the fridge, how to keep your lights on,
exactly,
how to keep your car going, how to keep things going. And if you at your age when you're in your late 20s and stuff, if you haven't experienced and gotten those things, then those things are for major concern, because with me, I'm from the old school, obviously, and,
Right.
I got those things at 18 years old. 18
Right.
years old, I was out of the house, never to return, and from that point on, I was the man, a man. So, those things are major, as a parent, were my major concerns. Now, back to his music. I think that he's ready. He's ready for the big leagues now, and I'm just hoping that everything that we do can give him the opportunity and give him a chance to at least compete on that level.
Right. That's good. Yeah, he's great. He's a great talent. I will agree with you with that. So, do you still tour?
All the time.
All right. U.S. and Europe, or just Europe?
U.S. and Europe.
Okay.
I work with Sherelle a lot.
Okay.
Especially when we're here in the United States. We work with Sherelle. We do a lot of things together. And that's what Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday love. Anyway.
That's a classic.
But she's my girl. One great thing about having a collaboration with Sherelle is like, I have my career and she has her career. And at the same time, we have a career together.
Right.
Which gives us actually, I found out that one thing about my career and her career, the career that we formed together is stronger, I think, than both of them. Because we have hits that are they're beginning to be nostalgic, and especially our Saturday Love things, and I Never Knew Love Like This, Everything I Missed at Home.
Exactly.
And it's been really great. So I often tell people when they're booking us and stuff, yeah, getting Alexander O'Neal's a great ticket. Getting Sherelle's a great ticket. But if you really want a sellout show, book Alexander O'Neal and Sherelle.
Exactly.
It's going to be kind of right.
Exactly. You hear that? Speaking of Saturday Love, I DJ and everything.
Yeah.
Every time I play that song, go crazy. Still to this day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the floor gets packed. I mean, and I have I play the 12-inch version. And they stay on the floor the whole time. I'm like, man, this record, it never lets me down. So,
Great.
So speaking of, okay, we talked about Sherelle. So what about your work with Jimmy and Terry? Are you doing anything else with them?
I actually have, with Jimmy and Terry, about a year or so ago, I just finished up. They're doing an album, like a lot of the artists that they work with. So they're putting a compilation album together of artists they work with. So I actually did 2 songs with them to come up on brand new songs, by the way, to come up on this album.
Okay.
And Sherelle and I are doing a duet. So that's one of the 2 songs.
Great.
Now, here's the other thing. Terry and Jimmy, I love you. But don't let this project get caught up in everything else.
Right.
Please put the album out, okay? Yeah. I know you have the power to do that. Please put it out.
Right. I'm sure a lot of fans are waiting on that.
No, I love. I'm very thankful to Lifetime and to Jimmy and Terry and Jelly Bean, Popeye, and Jerome, and all of Steve Hodges, and endless amounts of other people that work with in the Lifetime camp.
Right.
Because it was a great ride for us. I had a great run, and I've having a great career. Right. A lot of things. I've always been a working class artist. I've never been the kind of artist that depend on royalties or residuance and different things like that for my livelihood. I go to work, and I love it. And I often say, the best of Alexander O'Neal is what I do on stage. It's where I'm most at home. And I'm very comfortable, and I enjoy myself because I love interacting with my fans, all fans. Right. So it's been a great ride for me, and I'm still having fun, Nikki.
That's great. That's great. That's wonderful. So is there what advice would you give to aspiring artists of today?
I would probably say, Nicole, their journey is much different than ours. Someone opened the door for us. I come out of the 80s. I'm the 80s artist. And then there's people out of the 70s and people out of the 60s. Right. There's a lot of great artists who open the doors. The only thing that I wish that we could have been able to get paid like these guys get paid today coming out. I agree. These guys have it going off. So it would be quite natural if you have certain artists that are doing really well, the Chris Browns of the world, Neo, endless amount of others, and female artists, they had the ball for they shut shut the men down for like 10, 12, 13 years. You know, men are just beginning to come back, y'all. Oh, by the way, men are just beginning to be popular again because the women shut us down. They shut it down, okay? And, you know, you had great artists like, what I mean by that is people like Mary J. Blige, Beyonce, endless amounts of other girls that came up, Janet Jackson. They had the ball and they really ran with it, okay?
Right.
Now we had a resurgence in the music industry, and so you got great artists that are still out there doing it, and I'm glad to see that. You know, I think that they're holding it down. I think that they're really doing a great job. I just wish that we could have got paid like that, but guess what? There wasn't any cards.
Right.
Now, I remember a kid asked me, someone said, "Well, this is Alexander O'Neal," and the child he was from England or something. They didn't know who I was, and they were like, "Are you rich?" That's the first question they want to know. Are you rich? And I went like, no.
Right.
But I'm very famous.
Right. Exactly.
I'm very famous. And there's a big difference between fame and fortune.
Right.
Okay. But, you know, one thing about it in my career, I have nothing to complain about because being a working class artist, when you work, that's what I love about working. It keeps you independent.
Right.
Keeps you honest. Keeps you up on your game. And I like to stay fresh on my game.
Well, that's good. So what's next for Alexander O'Neal?
Right now, I'm working on a project at Crystal Castle. Crystal Castle is our new company here in Minneapolis. That's the company we're trying to get out there.
Right.
Don't forget, Google us and all that other stuff.
Crystal Castle, baby.
Crystal Castle, baby. So I'm working with the guys, and we're working on, I'm doing an EP. And the EP, Nikki, is almost turned into like a mini album, you know? And so, and you guys look for it. It's going to be entitled The Missing Vault of Alexander O'Neal.
That sounds so class.
You got to have it. If you're an Alexander O'Neal enthusiast, you got to have it.
Get it. Yeah, so it's been a pleasure having you. I'm a huge fan.
Thank you so much.
It's just been a great opportunity, and I love you, man.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
That's it, y'all.
Minneapolis in the house.
Minneapolis, y'all. Sitting with a legend, Dime Show. Peace.